Hey, 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 I'm simfamous, and what's happening? What are you all up to? What's new? Let us know down in the comments. How's the weekend looking? You got plans? You headed out to dinners? Wait a minute. The weekend, that's not here yet. That's tomorrow. Today's Thursday, so what's your Thursday plans? That would be the thing, you know what I mean? Like, what is your Thursday plans? We got the beautiful wifey says, I'm here. Helen Cho. What's happening? We're here in California. Going to fly over to Catalina Island here in 2024. So we're looking forward to that. Think that's going to be fun. The beautiful wifey Ellen said, I waited to be the first in chat. You are truly amazing there, beautiful wifey. Man, oh man. Well, we are here today in American Truck Simulator. Nah, I'm joking. We're here in Microsoft Flight Simulator. The plane's over there. I got it started up. We're ready to take off here in just a little bit. It is a cloudy day. We might have some vision restrictions on the way over to Catalina Island today. So this might be kind of difficult to make it in time. But we're sitting here by the truck getting warmed up, letting the airplane warm up. And if you just joined the stream, I'm simfamous. We're here in American Truck Simulator. Nah, I'm just kidding again. We're here in Flight Simulator. Plane's over there, but I had to walk over here and check out this truck. Look at this. Look at that old school rig. We'll check that out in a minute. But man, it's like we're in American Truck Simulator. You know what I mean? It is like we are in American Truck Simulator, but we're in the flight sim. Check out this big rig. Oh yeah. Got a van. It's like an LTD. Some nice wheels. But yeah, we are here at the airport. We're going to head over to Catalina Island. It's about a 30-minute flight. Basically what we're going to pretend is we're going to pretend that we own this airplane, and we do tour flights where we take over 1 or 2 passengers from here over to Catalina Island, drop them off, pick up another passenger, and bring them back for their trip back. So that's kind of what we're pretending to do today. That is the ideal of it. Well, that being said, why don't we go ahead and get inside the plane and get ready to start our flight. It's a good looking little bird right there, the X-Cub. Got the big wheel version because, well, you know, I used to have a big wheel as a kid. You guys remember the big wheels, the big wheel in the front? That was pretty cool. Helen says, who is the co-pilot? Today we have, looks to be Sarah over here asleep. Oh, and here is our little plane for today. It's perfect for these little runways that we're going to be taking off from here. And like I said, we're going to pretend that we got, you know, 1 passenger on board with us that we're going to take over, drop them off, and then pick up another passenger at Catalina Island, and then we'll head back. Like I said, weather could be an issue today. We may have to divert. We'll have to see how that works out. Just because we are in a smaller plane, but if we can get it in on the ground at Catalina Island, we'll put it in down there. All right, so let's begin our first flight over to Catalina Island. I'm going to get some things selected here before we get out onto our little runway here. We're going to go up to about 3,000 feet today for a cruise over to Catalina Island. Let's do 3,500, I think, maybe. Okay, let's get this set, because we're getting our autopilot set for when we get up in the air. We can just turn that on and sort of hang out. And just enjoy the flight. So you're heading. We get it set. Right, heading is set. I think we're good there. We're looking good. No warnings, no issues. All right, let's go ahead and get our takeoff lights / landing lights on. Strobe is on. Cab heat looks good. Trim set. Let's check our flaps. Make sure everything's working there. Everything's free and clear. All right, 1 notch of flaps. Let's check our controls. Full left, full right, neutral, up, full back, neutral, and around the world. All right, everything looks pretty good. Rudders check, left, right, brake check. Everything looks good there. All right, fabulous. Helen says around the world. All right, let's get our brakes off. Double check our brakes. All looking good. We'll roll out to the runway here. Much clearance, not hitting that glider, looking good. Easy, slow it down. Getting a little out of hand. Welcome to Evergreen Tours. Headed over to Catalina Island. And no, it's not the Catalina wine mixer. But it could be. We could have took a helicopter. See if we could sold some helicopters over to Catalina wine mixer. Alright. We're here on the runway. Everything's looking A-okay. I believe we, ladies and gentlemen, are ready for our first trip over to Catalina Island, weather permitting. Alright. Take an outside view, I guess, here. Brakes on. Power coming up. Release the brakes. We're rolling. Full power. And we're up. And just like that, I'll take you for a little trip around. Do a little flight around the airport. We can see where we took off from. And this is where we'll be flying back to on our return trip back from the old Catalina Island. We'll circle the airport here. We'd like to welcome you aboard Evergreen Tours. I'm your pilot, simfamous. If you look to your left, this is the airport we just took off from here out in California. Let's head it over to Catalina Island, next stop. Once again, thank you for flying Evergreen Tours as we begin our day shift of transporting passengers to Catalina Island. Beautiful golf course down below you here. All right, next stop, Catalina Island. Hey, here we go. Now, hopefully the weather, I mean, it is looking pretty cloudy out towards Catalina Island. There's a spot we just took off from below us there. Beautiful, beautiful area out in California. Running our business out of today. Pull our power back. We're going to get our autopilot set here. Autopilot is set. Now let's bring up our flight plan. Let's get this stuff checked. Make sure we get on course. Oh, we need to bring this down. We're gonna stall it out here. There you go. Alright, let's see if we can get up above some of these clouds here. Get my heading set here where we're gonna get us on course to the beautiful Catalina Island. You know, flying from, or flying to and from Catalina Island is quite the challenge. I mean, we're going to have winds to deal with from around the island as we try to land. Possible weather throughout the day. We are live weather, live players, so you're welcome to come fly with us as well. RPM's back a little bit. Continue our climb up. Helen says, fly me to the moon. Fly me to the moon. Yeah, I don't know how the song goes, but I mean, I know how it goes. I just can't sing it because I'm not a singerooski. Not a singer. Climb's looking good. We're headed up to 4,000 feet. We're currently at 2,700 feet climbing. RPM's a good speed. It's good. We're gonna head and leave our landing lights on through these clouds. So the goal is when we get over to Catalina Island, hopefully a safe landing, we'll land over there. I'll pull you guys over to the drop-off point, pretend that we're dropping a passenger off, and then pretend we're picking up another one. And then we'll head back to the spot we just took off from. Should be a good time. We're just pretending we're at work today, and being a pilot that does flight tours we're pretending that's our job today. Once we get through some of these clouds here, the views will open up to you. Have a nice little beautiful flight over. I've never landed the Cub over at Catalina Island, so this is going to be a first time. So we're looking forward to that. Getting ready to have a break out here, I believe, in the clouds. We're going to lean the carburetor back here a little bit, or the fuel injection, or whatever it is I'm leaning. All right, we're out on top of the clouds. We are way out over the ocean now. Well, not way out, but we're out. Helen says it's cloudy. You take it to the outside. We made it above the clouds. Next stop, Catalina Island. Look out the window here. Helen says, snacks? Yeah, we got a couple snacks on board here for you if you didn't bring anything with you. Feel free to look back there in the bag and from behind my seat there. There's a couple bottles of water, and we've got some Cheetos in there, and I believe a bag of microwave popcorn, but we don't have a microwave on board, so it's kind of weird, but that's where the budget is right now. You know, that's where the budget is. All right, we have leveled off at 4,000 feet. And we are looking good. Actually, I need to go back this way a little bit. There we go. So if you want to know where we took off from the airport code is C8A4. If you put in C8A4 and the words airport code beside it, that'll tell you where we took off from. CA84. And we're currently out over the ocean right now, headed to beautiful Catalina Island. Nothing like taking a single engine plane over the ocean. We've been cleared up to 6,500 feet. So we can head on up there if we need to. We're going to try to get even farther above these clouds if we can. Looking good in the neighborhood. It's going to be an exciting time getting on the ground in Catalina Island, especially in this Cub. This is a light plane, and it's going to be windy, so we're going to see how it goes. Oh, where is our fuel? Looking pretty good on fuel. Yeah, what a fun job it'd be to be like a transport pilot over to Catalina Island and back, man. It'd be way too much fun. Give a little more climb power. Helen says cool. Hopefully the airport's not covered in clouds, because if it is, oh man, you talk about a challenge to try to get down on the runway. We might have to, I guess if possible, we might have to land in from the backside. But that's always pretty dangerous, because if you can't get stopped, you can run off into the ocean there. So we'll see how it works out. But kick back, enjoy the flight. Enjoy the scenes out your window, these beautiful clouds. Enjoy pretending to be a bird. You know what I mean? Just about to hit 5,000 feet here. We appreciate you riding with us over to Catalina Island. We'll get you dropped off here shortly. Probably about another, I'd say about 20 minutes we'll be on the ground, give or take. Because we got like a total flight time of about 30 minutes. We've been en route for a little while now, so yeah, we're clicking it off. We are clicking it off. And we are running the Cub Crafters X Cub. Got the big wheels on it. And our pilot book says we got a total flight hours of 58 hours and at almost 8,000 miles so far. We currently have 58 hours of flight time under our belt as a new pilot here. In Microsoft Flight Simulator. Looking good, looking good. Checking all our registration, everything looks good. All right. So far, so good. Almost halfway. Approaching at 6,000 feet. So did you know the Catalina Casino does not actually have a casino in it? It's not the type of casino that we would think about. You go in and you gamble or whatnot. If I'm not mistaken, it's more of a like a dance hall gathering room, which is pretty cool. what a scary thing it is to be over here over the ocean. Helen says, what? Yep. It's not really a casino like we're used to. Yeah, check it out. Look it up online. Yep, no casino, no gamble. It's more like a ballroom, dancing, get together, hang out with people type of room. It's a little fun fact I learned while I was looking up stuff about Catalina Island. Take it to the outside. Way out over that ocean. That's so awesome. How cool is this? Back to the inside we go. Pretty cool detail on the plane. We've got the tie downs right here. We hook everything to the ground and stuff. The scratches on the windows from all the use. And the plane will get dirtier as we fly. Make sure all those lights are off that we don't need. Looking good. Oh, there's our USB power for our phone right here. That's where we plug in. Okay. I need to plug up my phone and charge it. He said plug up his phone. There is no smoking on board, but once you get down on the island, smoke them if you got them. On the way to the Catalina Island. If you just joined the stream, make sure to check out the front of the stream where I pretended it was American Truck Simulator because, well, it almost looked like it for a minute. You see the bugs starting to get on the windshield that are hitting. The bugs are splattering. It looks so real. It looks like a splattered bug. Probably run into more as we get lower in altitude to the airport as well. Pull the RPM back just a little bit here. See if we can maintain about 95 knots or so. Just a nice easy flight over. And like I said, the plan is we're pretending that we're hauling one of you who is at the airport that we took off from over to Catalina Island to drop you off, and then we're going to pick up another person that's there waiting on us, fly them back to the mainland. That seems to be what we're going to do. Nice little flight today. said, about 15 minutes or so, we should have you on the ground, or getting close to having you on the ground. I'm thinking somewhere right just before, let's see, local time, I believe in Catalina is around 3:30, so we should have you on the ground hopefully by just right before 4. And then we got to pull up to the airport, shut the plane down so we can pick up another passenger and drop off the current one. You don't really have to turn the plane off, but we'll shut it down. We'll do a quick check outside, do a little walk around, make sure everything's good on the plane before we head back. Currently cruising at 6,200 feet. Once we land, give or take, you might hear the dogs barking because around that time it's going to be about their dinner time. So far, so good. Hope everybody's having some good plans for the weekend. Are you going out to eat? You're going to hang out? The weekend starts tomorrow, right? Right, looking good, everybody. The life of a pilot, man, oh man. It's a exciting one, isn't it? Just about 30 nautical miles out from Catalina Island here. Here in a little bit, we'll begin our descent down. So we can slowly make our way down to the island. My buddy Max came to see me because it's getting close to his dinner time. What's up, Maxwell? You flying with me, bud? Old buddy Max. I wonder what the current weather at Catalina Island is. Matter of fact, what's the Catalina airport elevation? Let's see. I'm looking that up now here on my charts that I have available to me here in real life. 2,000 feet above sea level. Okay. So far, so good. I can barely see the island out in front of us starting to poke through the clouds. It is time for us to start our descent down. So let's get our altitude set. It takes it so long to catch up. We're going to go down to see 2,900 feet. Or no, yeah, about 2,900. That'll be good. Yeah, that's set there. We got JBM Gaming with, hey, what's happening, JBM? How you doing, good sir? We're about to make our first landing over to Catalina Island here. We're in the X-Cub. And we're pretending that we're taking a passenger from the airport we just took off from, dropping them off at Catalina Island, pretend to pick up another passenger and take them back to the airport we took off from, and then back and forth for a little while today. So we're pretending we're a pilot for a while. We're going to go back and forth from here to the other airport a few times a day, chill and chat with you all. JBM says, just getting fed. 2.5 hours, I waited for food. Wow. So you ordered some food and it took 2.5 hours to get there? Instead of like, what, maybe a normal 30 minutes or something? And what did you get, JBM? JBM says, yep. Man. I bet you were starving too by the time it got there. We are slowly making our descent down to Catalina Island. We are in the beta for Microsoft 2024. If you happen to be in the beta, we do have live players on and live weather. You're welcome to come fly with us if you'd like to. JBM says the chicken shawarma, garlic sauce. Oh, man, some shawarma sounds beautiful right now. I've been eating at home all week because, you know, we got the car worked on last week and all that, and fun stuff. So the budget's been a little low, so I haven't got to go out and eat. But man, when I get the money, you talk about something good. I'm gonna get me something good, man. JBM says fries. Nice. Yeah, that sounds delicious. If you watch the very front of the stream, it looks like we're in American Truck Simulator because there was a truck, a big semi truck at the airport that I took off from. It was pretty cool. JBM says chocolate fudge cake for pudding. Ooh. Helen says we had that too before. Yeah, the chicken shawarma from the place down here. So the algorithm for YouTube is changing. That started yesterday. Some people have to sign in, do age verification. And I can tell I'm only having 2 viewers. Some people have not signed in yet. And I'm hoping for a smooth landing. We've started making our descent here. We're going down about 200 feet a minute to get us closer. Hopefully get under that cloud layer there and we'll be able to see the airport. JBM says, what do you think of my work short videos? Oh man, I think those are cool. Where you got the painted, are those called valve covers or intakes? Make sure I get that correct there. Valve covers? Nice. They look good, dude. That blue or teal color, whatever, green, whatever color that is, that's a sharp looking color. I like that. You know what's weird? I just noticed, y'all. So in front of me, I have the screen where I can see the plane that I'm flying. Then I have another screen where I can see your guys' chat. When I talk to you, when I answer you, I look at your names as if I'm looking at you. I just thought that was unique. I'm gonna pull our speed back a little bit. Go ahead and sharpen our descent just a little bit here. Oh, that's the wrong way. Jabian says, that's the color. The S2000 is away and getting painted. I'm excited. I'm excited for you, man. That's super cool. That's going to be awesome. So the plan is, if there's enough cloud cover and I can't get into Catalina Island, what we're going to do is we'll circle a couple times and see if we can get in the back. If we can't, we're going to divert over to this airport here if it's clear, drop you guys off, and you can take a boat over, and then we'll fly back over and see if we can get in. But hopefully we can get you on the island here. I mean, if it's just bad, we'll head back. JBM comes in with the 10 gift memberships. Thank you so much, my dude. You are amazing. Look at all those people getting gift memberships. That is fantastic. We have started pushing YouTube again today. We've been putting out a bunch of YouTube short videos and all kinds of fun stuff. Getting back into the swing of things. Super excited for that. If you happen to get a membership, make sure to say thank you to JBM Gaming and go check out their live streaming channel as well. You might find something over there you just can't live without. All right, we're under 5,000 feet now. We're headed down to 2,900. That'll put us about 800 feet above the airport. Now, we're not going to follow this typical flight plan in here to land. We're actually going to go up this way and come in this direction, if we can make that happen. So we're going to go over to the edge of the island, fly the coast up, and then make our way into the airport. Little sightseeing at the same time we're getting ready for landing. Like I said, I'm hoping we can drop down below that cloud layer. Like I said, if we can't get onto the island, we'll take you over to the next island to the left. or we'll take you back to the airport. But I think we can get it. We're going to try it. We are definitely going to try it. Yeah, so the plan is the airport is right here. The final is right this direction here. We're not going to follow this flight plan in. We're actually going to come over here, follow the coast up and around, possibly give or take around that way, and then make our turn in for final right there. Especially if cloud cover is really, really bad. That's going to be the plan. Yeah, so by the time we got out of that airport, it's about a 30-minute flight, give or take, 35-minute flight across the ocean here. It's not too bad. Like I said, we are going to have a return flight back to where we took off from, and then back here, and then back. I'm just going to be doing this for a few hours, hanging out with you guys, chatting, talking. So grab you some popcorn, get you some dinner, get you some snacks, as we pretend to be a pilot. Alright, we've leveled off here. They're making our way into this cloud layer here. So I can see some of the island here sticking around these clouds. I believe that's what it is. So it's going to be a little challenging, I believe, to get in. Maybe we can find a spot to dip down in between. All right, let's go ahead and change up our heading. All right, here we go, folks. It's gonna be a challenge, but we're gonna hopefully get you there. I see a little bit of the island poking out of the clouds there. I can see the coast off to my left just a little bit. Once again, shout out to JBM Gaming for helping to get some aviation fuel in the plane here. You can see the coast of the island here peeking through the clouds. Take it to the outside. Wow, look at that, everybody. Woo. The beautiful wifey says, "Hey Sim, they said we will get some rain tomorrow." Ooh, that'd be good. Maybe cool down before I gotta play outside this Saturday. Seeing some breaks in the clouds. I think we're gonna be all right, chat. Helen says we had 118, 113, 112, and 109 today. It's been crazy hot. That's Fahrenheit. JBM says 75. See Catalina Island through the clouds to our left there. Now, as we fly back and forth, obviously clouds, they move here in the game. So every time we fly back and forth today, it will be a little bit different. JBM says, which for Scotland is awesome. That's fantastic news. Looking good, looking good. This month would have been my dad's 88th birthday. He passed away in 2002. So we'll give a shout out to his birthday month, even though he's not with us. But, you know, I appreciate the dude, you know what I mean? I'm sure my pops, he would have enjoyed sitting here flying and checking this out too. He would have been amazed at this. We got, is it Mocha Moose? Mocha Mouse? How do you say it? Mocamus? Mocamus? How do I say your name? It says, yo, what's happening? Yeah, my dad's birthday would have been August the 17th. Oh, the first one? Oh, okay. I'm going to call you Mo. All right, we are looking forward to getting our first landing here on Catalina Island in 2024. Beta. We're in the beta right now. We're here in the X-Crafters Cub. We left out of airport CA84, if you want to look that up for you guys that are watching at home to see the airport we left out of. And what we're doing is we're pretending that we're bringing a passenger from over there, from the mainland, over to the island. And then we're going to pick up a passenger from the island and take them back. And we're going to go back and forth here for a few hours a day. So that's kind of the ideal. Now, it looks like the island's pretty cloudy. We're going to make our turn here. I'm going to go ahead and get autopilot off, and we're going to make our turn, and we're going to see if we can get into the airport here. We got to get down in altitude a little bit more. We're going to bring our speed way down. Hopefully it clears up here over the airport. Oh, yep, I can see the airport in sight. Man, you talk about lucky. I thought we were going to have a hard time. Now we got to be worried more about wind. Mo says, you doing a flight around the world? Not yet, but that would be fun. What about yourself? Are you doing one? I am in the beta. I do have live players on, so you're welcome to join us. We're doing flights from Catalina Island back to airport CA84 here for a few hours a day, pretending that we're like a, you know, a tour pilot. All right, let's bring our speed way back. Set of flaps in. Get that nose up. A little windy. Little windy. Oh, all right, let's get over here to the right. If we have to do a go around on this first one, we will. Mo says, I would like to, but my PC died like 2 days ago. Oh, sorry to hear that, my dude. Or, I mean, I'm assuming you're a dude, right? JBM says a global flight would take a long time. You ain't kidding. All right, I'm fighting this wind here. We're a little high. Landing flaps set. Hold on, chat. A little power. Come on, come on. Let's get down there. We're a little high. Bring it back. Come on, get over, get over, get over, get over. Bring it down. More power, more power, more power. This wind's fighting me, y'all. Come on, bring it down. All right, here we go, here we go. Fly it on down. Fly it on down. Ooh, she's sideways on us. Little rudder, little rudder. Come on, fly. Ooh, ooh. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome down to Catalina Island. Woo! Let's go ahead and get these windows open because it will get hot in here quick. This is how I open a window. Can't open a window this one? Where's the window? We'll check in a minute. We got to vacate the runway here. Looking good, looking good. Whew. Man, we did it. All right, we're going to pull around the back here. Take it to the outside. Get our flaps up. We have made it over to our first trip to Catalina Island. JBM says, is it the wine mixer? You bet it is. We're dropping them off one at a time and picking them up. Catalina wine mixer. All right, let's turn the plane around. Spin it around. They're looking good. Brakes are set. Mo says, what joystick do you use, or are you in a keypad? I use the really cheap Logitech X 3D Pro or whatever it is. I think it's like 30 bucks off the old Amazon. All right, let's get you to the inside. Landing lights off, nav lights, strobe lights off. Let's go and pull throttles back, kill it. Master off, everything off there for a hot minute. All right, how do I get this door open? Mo says, do you have a donation thing? You can donate to the channel if you'd like. That is totally up to you. You can also join the Backstage Pass for 99 cents. That to get you access to exclusive content. And I am a musician for a living. So you get to see some of the places I play guitar and all that fun stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Catalina Island. I'm pretending Milwaukee over here. I'm pretending I'm dropping off a passenger, picking up another one. And then we're going to head back to C8084. So if anybody needs to go grab a drink, get you another snack, hit the restroom, go whatever you may need to do, we're going to take this time pretending like we're dropping off a passenger, picking up another one, and all that fun stuff. Checking out some sights here at Catalina Island. This is Randy over here. He works the desk. Good dude. Known him a long time. Don't talk much, though. Man, look at these cactuses here, huh? Isn't that some cool stuff? Let's take a look around. Mo says, do you go live often? I'm new. I do. I took about 40 days off last month because I was doing a bunch of shows, playing. Car broke down, all that type of fun stuff. But we're back at it full time, so you should be able to find me at least 2 to 5 times a week here, either in American Truck Simulator or Flight Sim. We'll take a look around here before we head back out. We'll get back in, start the plane up, and make our way back over to CA84. JBM says, or me daily. That's right, JBM does go live pretty much daily, right? See what kind of planes we got here at the airport. Not too busy day. Yes, I'll be live all through August and the rest of the year. Nice little Cessna setting here. I like the colors on that guy. I like those. Was it orange and blue? It's pretty rad. Welcome to the airport in the sky. We got a landing fee of $25. This is Microsoft 2024. But I also said I do play American Truck Simulator mainly. But we're going to try to split the time pretty well evenly between the two. JBM says, looking forward to the convoy. Same here. All right, let's head back to the plane. I love the fact that we can walk in the game now. You can land your plane, get out, go for a walk. Let's go look at this truck back here real quick. We'll run back there, get a little jog in. Welcome to Jogging Simulator 2024, where we run, baby. Get this rig they got here. Let's see. That's pretty. This would be a pretty cool spot to have, right? You could live right here, work at the airport. Not bad. Grow you some plants out here, or whatever you may like. Mo says, I've only been on your live since 7 minutes and I already love you. And I'm straight, by the way. Hey, I appreciate that. We all have a good time here. What kind of cars they got here? Look at the speed limit sign, y'all. It's like way down there. Is that where they normally are? All right. Take another look at this truck. Let's get back in the plane and get back over to the mainland. Oh yeah, that's a nice looking rig, man. Mo says, what part of your setup would you like to upgrade? Oh man, that's a good question. I guess if I could upgrade, I would either like to add maybe, if we're thinking flight sim, I wouldn't mind to have like one of those wing controllers. It does have the Mac fenders, huh? I think those would be pretty neat, or maybe like a. And if we're thinking American Truck Simulator, you know, maybe like a new wheel to check that out, or a new. I don't know. What would you recommend? What would you upgrade? What would you get? Anything exciting that you can think about? Oh, there's a dog barking because it is dinner time. All right, let's check out the plane, make sure everything looks good before we head back out. Mo says, I don't know, man. Same. Oh, hold on. I might have a visitor. I'll be right back, chat. All right, Chad. I heard the dogs barking. I thought we might have visitors or something like that, but that wasn't. It was just neighbors pulling up into their house. So the dogs get all excited. All right, so let's check over a plane before we get back in and start it up. Bo says, other questions. Sorry if I asked too much. Are you streaming from America? Because in Europe it's 1 a.m. I am streaming from America, and you can ask all the questions you would like. I'm streaming from Phoenix, Arizona. I enjoy the questions, so feel free. Wings look good. Suspension looks good. Let's check out our tires, which I forgot to set the chocks. Alaskan, made in the USA. They all look fine. Believe we're good to get back in the plane. All right, we are back in here. Let's get our master on. Let's check our... Everything's free and clear. Pop that a little bit. Crack the throttle. All right, we got a good fire on the engine. We're gonna leave this window open because it gets hot. Get our nav light on. Let that set up. And we're pretending that we're picking up someone here from Catalina, and we're taking them back to CA84. And let me get you some information on that real quick. CA84 Airport is Torrey Pines Glider Port is where we're headed back to. Torrey Pines Glider Port. JBM says, how's the fuel? Well, let's check it out here. Everything seems to be pretty good. Oil's Fahrenheit's good. Looking good there. Fuel pump's on. All right, we're ready to rock and roll. JBM says, Torrey Pines, isn't that a golf course as well? I believe you are correct. There was a golf course when we've right next to it when we flew out. Yeah, I believe you are 100% correct. All right, let's get one notch of flap set. Brakes coming off, and we're starting to roll on its own. So we got our windows open. Take it to the outside. Like I said, once again, thank you for flying Evergreen Tours. I'm simfamous, your pilot for today. And we'll get to back to Torrey Pines. Man, I love this little airport. It's looking so good now. I fly here quite a bit from in the older MS2020. But this is just, it's really, really cool. Look at the dust blowing up. Love it. Mo says, why don't you do the same, but with the Airbus A380? You know, there's a lot of people that I watch, like V1 Simulation, who does those, because, you know, he's an Airbus pilot or an actual real pilot. And I watch Captain Canada, they do it, and a bunch of others. And I thought, man, we need an aviation, like a general aviation guy doing some stuff. So that's kind of where I've been. Just kind of showing the other side of the flight sim, you know? stop here for a minute. Let's take some time to get something set here. Let's get our altitude set. Get back up to 6,000 feet on the way over. Javen says it's too big to land here and sorry for the caps. Oh, I didn't even notice they were caps. I just read, you know what I mean? We'll set it at 5,000 and then we'll head on up after that. So, looks good there. Our heading will set once we're up in the air. All right, let's get our lights. All right, let's head to the runway. See you later, Catalina Island. Mo says, did you do all the license at the beginning of the game? Because I'm stuck and it's boring. For Flight Sim, I did a few little things, I think. And then just kind of moved on to the free flight. Now, we don't need a lot of runway to take off in this bird. But we're going to go down to the end. What RTX do I have? I'm running the, there is PC specs in the description, but I got it. I'm running the, I think it's a GTX 4050. I'm playing on a laptop connected to a 42-inch ACER monitor. Riding these brakes down this taxi line, man. This thing wants to go. At least it's not too windy right now. The Torrey Pines airport we're landing back at, it has a very, very short runway. It's like 900 feet. So we're going to have to be spot on it when we get back there. We're going to have to be spot on it for sure. We're going to hold short of the runway here because we do have live players on. Make sure we see no inbound traffic. Looks like some rain moving in too. Looks like we're just going to get out of here before the rain. I see no inbound traffic. No inbound traffic. We are clear for takeoff. Mo says, I just saw you have Beam NG. I do. And I do stream it as well. We're going to put it into the mix more often too. Once Beam gets its final update that it's doing, we're going to test that out as well. Chat, do we have clearance to depart? I need you to be my departure clearance. This is so awesome looking. Mo says you have been cleared. All right, chat. Brakes on. One last look for traffic. Weather looks good. Looks like we're going to depart out towards the right because the left looks like we're getting some weather. All right, chat. Should we do outside or inside departure? What do you guys think? Outside or inside? Let's get our window closed. Mo says out. We got one vote for out. All right. Brakes coming off. Let it start rolling. A little bit of power. Let it roll, let it roll. Listen to that. Let that tail pick up. Full power. Let's go flying. Later, Catalina. We'll see you in about, take us 30 minutes or so to get back to the next place, then we'll head back. Flaps coming up. How cool would this be, right? To be a pilot that got to do this for a living. How cool. Mo says I have to go because it's 1:30 here. Good night, brothers. Hey, see you later, Mo. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Pull the RPMs back. Helen says, yay, we are flying again. That's right, we're up, up, and away. I mean, that's what it would be like. You would stop there at the airport, drop somebody off, have a small little break probably, check your plane, do a turnaround, head back, go get another one. Man, the island is awesome. It's so cool that we were just down there on the ground walking around. I mean, how awesome is that? We were just down there walking. Back to the inside we go. Helen says, is Tucker behaving? So far. Get our autopilot on here for a minute. Let's get our heading set. We're making our way up to 5,000 feet. It's beautiful Catalina Island behind us. And then let's see. And we're going to CA84. Enter. Activate. And just like that, we are flying. Oh, man. I tell you what, though. The Torrey Pines Airport, that's going to be a challenge to get in and get stopped. I mean, definitely doable, easy. But still a challenge. Flying back over the ocean. It's crazy how it could just be so lifelike. You know what I mean? We'll take it to the outside. And we are flying. You see the cloud cover starting to move away from the island too. That's pretty good. Nice little flight, man. Just sit there and let the autopilots do its thing. Enjoy the sights and sounds. The Torrey Pines Airport is pretty bumpy too, because it's dirt and it's not too smooth and not too even. But I think we'll be able to get down there pretty safe and sound. Kind of the ideal behind it, you know. Be cool to try to land over here with like a thunderstorm. I might have to try that sometime. Nothing but beautiful ocean. What a cool little plane. Just like that, the island's about out of sight with the cloud cover. Alright, we'll leave the view like that so we can just cruise and look, man. Cruise and look. Like I said, at least the weather's permitting for a good day to fly, you know what I mean? Go ahead and get those landing lights off now. Leave those on, will be just fine. Helen said, Tim, did tongue sparkle out today? She did. She's sitting over here beside me while we fly now. We can also put you back here in the passenger seat. Pretend you're the passenger here. that we're flying back to Torrey Pines. So if you want to know what it's like to sit in the backseat of the Cub, this would be it. Look at all the bugs on the windshield. The plane will get dirtier too. Put you back up in the old pilot seat. Making good time. Helen says, where is Sarah? She's under the red blanket asleep. Yep, I just checked. That's where she's at. Take you back to the outside. Check out the view from under here. All the sun shining. That's the look. Helen said, ooh, bugs, right? Flying over the ocean. What ocean's on the west side of the United States? If you know, put it in the comments. We'll do a quick little fly over the airport that's there at, or the golf course that's there at the airport as well. Hopefully we don't bounce or wreck or bounce too much that we got to do a go around at the airport. It could be windy. It could be the combination of the ground. I mean, who knows what's going to happen, right? I do like flying this little plane though. It's pretty smooth. Yeah, we do have a bunch of bugs on the windshields. Yeah, you can see the little blood splatter. Yeah, on the west side of the United States, what ocean would we be flying on it? What ocean is beside California? Thing looks good there. Turn that off. Let's see. Checking it. Everything looks pretty good here. Okay, looks good. Everything's fine there. BEA beautiful, looking good. All right. Uh-oh, low fuel. I underestimated. Helen says the Indian Ocean is beside California? When did that happen? So if I'm in California on the beach and I put my foot in the water, I'm in the Indian Ocean? I don't feel like that's right. I feel like that's not right. Helen says the Yellow Sea by Carrillo. There's about 40 nautical miles to go to get us over to Cherry Pines. I think that's what it's called. Barely see the California coastline out there to our left. So far, so good. Let's check our map. Everything's looking good. Low fuel. Man. Where do I check the fuel at in this plane? I thought this was it. That's a fuel PSI, I just realized. Okay. Oh, that's how I do it? There's lean assist? Okay. Fuel calculation. Oh, wait a minute. Now, is there two tanks? Is that what I'm reading here? Fuel on the left and the fuel on the right? How do I switch tank? Can I switch tanks, or does it do it on its own? Fuel pump, fuel pump, fuel pump, master, ignition. Doesn't appear that I can select fuel pumps. I got 9 gallons remaining, it says. 0.6 on the left tank, if that's left. Fuel used, reset. Okay. Economy, no wind range. Okay. Main. Fuel. Oh, we can add fuel. Oh, okay. So I could add fuel there. We wouldn't have to worry about it. Okay. I didn't know that. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. No, set fuel used. Yeah, that's not what I... Yeah, that doesn't add the fuel. I got you. I see. So this is a touchscreen. I didn't know this was a touchscreen. That's pretty cool. All right. 9 gallons per hour. We got way less than an hour to fly, so we're going to get there. But we should definitely get fuel before we head back to Catalina Island. That's definitely for sure. Laughing about previous comment. I think they I don't even know if they have fuel at the airport I'm at. Let me look it up online here and see if they have fuel. If they don't, we might have to divert to another one. It says, yes, Torrey Pines Airport has fuel services. Okay, so we should have full... We shouldn't be able to get fuel when we're there. So that's good at least. Now, I'm hoping that the fuel, if this is a left tank and a right tank, I'm hoping that it switches automatically, because I don't know if there's a way that I can switch it. Because I'm not really sure. But it could be possible. We're gonna wait and see. It says point, you know, not much left of that on the left tank. We're gonna see what happens when that runs out. Because I don't think there's a fuel. Wait a minute, is it up here? Let's make sure there's not a fuel switch button up here somewhere. Oh, that's a light. Okay. Oh, here we can switch fuel, left or right. We switched to right. I think I did it. Yep. All right, we switched to the right tank now. All right, we'll have just enough to get there. Not enough. Well, yeah, we would have enough for a go around. Yeah, we would have enough for a go around. But that was that's close. Let's go back to our map. We are about 24 nautical miles out. And what is their airport elevation of CA84? Let's check that out. The Torrey Pines has, or Torrey Pines, not Torrey Pines. Torrey Pines has altitude of 372 feet above sea level. Okay, so that means let's go over here and get ready to start our descent down. Set our altitude to about 1300. Okay. Altitude is set. We have started our descent slowly but surely. Hopefully the cloud cover doesn't get too bad as we get on into town here. Next spot. Next stop. Not next spot. Stupid. Next stop. Torrey Pines Airport. Pull the throttle back a little bit. We'll go ahead and get our landing lights on. Strobe lights. Get set up for our landing here coming up. Windows are locked and secured. Should have you on the ground here just a few minutes. Not too much farther out. See the coast out in the distance there, looking good. Down to 7 gallons. We're almost there, so we're doing good. Ain't no problem, man. Looking good. Next stop, Torrey Pines. Power down. Floating her on down. I was going to do a return flight back to Catalina wine mixer there, but since it's 4:45, that means the beautiful wifey gets off work in 15 minutes, and then I'm going to start making some dinner for her, so it's actually going to work out perfect. By the time we get on the ground and we get settled and stuff, it'd be time for me to let you guys go and then start making dinner for the beautiful wifey. This is actually working out pretty good. We'll just pretend that the airport gave us a half day or a short day, you know, for work or something like that, which, you know, can happen. Hopefully you don't get too crazy of clouds on the way in. We'll see. Going to hold the altitude here for a hot minute. We're just about 12 miles out from the airport. Start getting lined up start getting ready for our arrival into Torrey Pines. We got to get through a lot of these clouds here. Hopefully it clears up as we get a little closer over to the coast. Let's go ahead and check that fuel again. Still doing good. I can barely see the coast off to my left, but it's going to be fine once we get down just a little bit more in altitude. I'm getting us lined up for our arrival here. Following all of the our digitals on board here to help us see through these clouds. Take it to the outside. If you just joined the stream, I'm simfamous. We left out of Torrey Pines Airport, went to Catalina Airport. Now we're headed back to Torrey Pines, and then after that, we'll be ending the live stream and make dinner for the beautiful wifey. It's about 8 miles out. Helen says, almost there. Yay. Same here. You're almost off work, and I'm almost about to land the plane and be off work as well. Alright, let's go ahead and disconnect the autopilot. We'll hand fly the rest of the way in, get our landing lights on. They're all set. I have control. Getting a little turbulent as we make our way in. I can see Torrey Pines just off to my left here. Like I said, this is going to be it's going to be a challenging landing. Alright, we're on our way. Man, that was a fun flight too. Back to the inside. Starting to get a little bit of turbulence, not too bad. Our airport is off to our left. I'll be making our final turn to that here shortly. See, look good. Landing at Torrey Pines Glider Park. It's so cool. We went from one place to the other and back. That's awesome. With live time, live weather. Beautiful wifey says, see you at home. I'll see you at home, honey bunny. Getting ready to land the plane here shortly. Looking good. Bring your altitude down. So make our turn. All right, here we go. Flaps. Pull our speed back. Flaps 2. Landing flaps set. Here we go, landing into Torrey Pines Airport. Easy. Make our turn. Pull our speed back. Easy. All right, here we go. And we'll try to do landing from the outside. Check our speed one more time. A little high. Correcting. A little high. Here we go, here we go. Power down. It's gonna be close, come on. Easy. Whoo! Brakes, 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 brakes. Get her down, hold it. Whoa, 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 easy. Whoo! Come on, brakes, brakes, turn, turn. Oh man. Caught a little bit of wind behind us there on the way down. It's almost didn't make make it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome down to Torrey Pines Airport. That was a close one. Holy crap, I didn't know if we were going to get stopped in time. But man, we made it. Let's clean up our flaps. We'll get over here to parking, where we started out from. Man, that was awesome. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it back to the beautiful Torrey Pines Airport. Once again, thank you for flying SimFamous Air, where we sometimes get you there. I had a blast. Let's get the plane turned around. Stop it. Get to the inside. Start shutting it down. Everybody, I'm going to make dinner for the beautiful wifey and the fam. And we'll see you guys all on the next one. We'll get all this turned off, shutting it down, fuel pumps. Pull it down. There we go. Just like that. Off, 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 off. And let me out of here. Whew, we made it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for flying SimFamous Air. We will see you on the next flight. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you some American Truck Simulator this weekend. Later.